How's it going, everyone? It's ArmDad44 here, and this is going to be the first episode of my playthrough, my survival playthrough, in particular, on my friend Carson's realm. I say his realm, and that will become very important pretty soon here, because what goes on here is a little bit insane sometimes. Uh, so basically, what I try to do is I try to play through it pretty normally. I like to make some small scale projects that I like to do I think will make my game better. Ooh, it's getting dark soon. So basically, I'll just do my thing, and then every once in a while, Carson, the owner of the realm, will pop in and just fly around and create absolute madness. Like whenever he spawns in or joins the world, it's like a boss fight for me. Let's just say. Um, so I'll just give you guys a little tour of what goes on in the world and what I built so far. I know I'm recording a little bit late because I've already built stuff. I've already got some enchanted diamond armor, but it's not too late. I still got a lot I want to do in this world, and I know it's not going to be my first playthrough, but I mean, might as well just get it started. So, uh, rip parrot. I guess let's just get right into it. So let's just start off with what I've been doing so far in the realm. I'm not too far. I'm not in the like end game or anything. I just am in the process of getting some necessary things for the end game, such as enchanted gear, mending villagers, ouch, and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not too great at combat. I should have made this noob craft, but I looked that name up, but someone else took that name. So it's not noob craft. It's just it'll be called something. Whatever the title of this video is what this series is going to be called. So my house is a little bit of a mess right now. I know. Um, don't judge me on what I've got going on so far. It's a process. I like to start decorating stuff. After endgame, and also don't judge me for nomming on some raw beef. I swear I have food. I just don't like eating what's in the fridge. So basically, what I had going on here was all my storage and stuff was in here. I just kind of branched this out. Made this my little starter base for now, and I kind of extended. Excuse the light spam for now. I swear I'm gonna decorate everything soon. It's just a little bit of a mess. What else do I got? I also got some redstone going on here. This is Il Mango's design. It's a zero tick sugarcane farm. Uh, right here I have this braking system, and I have a really terrible collection system that I have going on here. But it is pretty productful. It produces quite a bit of sugarcane when I have it on, when I leave it on for a couple minutes. The reason I have this is because I have a mending villager that takes 17 or 16 emeralds for a mending book. So that's not too bad. This thing certainly has helped me out quite a bit making books and paper. Um, I just have a ton of ideas for this farm in general because you can expand onto it. You can uh, replace this with bamboo, make an auto smelter. You can use the sugar cane, have it feeding into a hopper, and then make a bone meal farm. Or you can use a lever with some more redstone and turn off the hopper and make it back into a sugarcane farm instead of a bone meal farm. Uh, I feel like I'm getting way too excited about this, but I definitely will make a video about expanding this in the future. Different ideas that you can make with this farm in particular, and I will definitely leave Il Mango's tutorial on how to make it in the description down below. So what else we got going on here? Oh, this brings back really, really bad memories of trying to wrangle up some cows. I traveled a really long distance, probably like 1,000 blocks, because no cows spawned around me for some reason in a field of all things. But I brought the cows back in here. Um, I'm like, wait, I probably should have made like the mechanism where they float in the water first before I put them in there because you know, once you start breaking blocks, they start going everywhere. You can't just create entity cramming and break a block and not expect them to go everywhere. So I just ended up killing all of them. I'll redo it. I need a better way of getting leather other than just one one tiny little block of entity cramming going on. So yeah, it's pretty bad. And I got one of this semi-automatic farms just uh, running down along this wall here that I also need to decorate. Um, and I didn't have any ice. Yeah, so I had to cut this one down short to 6 blocks instead of 7. So they feed into this hopper and then get fed into a dispenser, which dispenses them into the water that comes over the top of this hopper and down to this chest. And my redstone clock is pretty terrible. I, I built it off of one that I used to make in Bedrock, but it doesn't work because redstone torches burn out. So it just doesn't really work. It only pulses 8 times and shoots 8 things at once. So I have to keep turning it on and off, and it's kind of annoying. I really need to redo that. But this is my enchanting room that I had to move all of my stuff into because of my pesky villagers over there. So this is just a temporary thing. You know, it's a starter base. I'll get to where my main base is going to be later in the video after I beat the end game stuff, get Elytra, all that fancy stuff to help me build things a little bit better. I don't know why I have this sunflower. Throw it in the sink. So, yeah, I'll show that later on in the video. But this is just temporary grossness right now. Just please forgive me. I also should start showing you my villagers. Believe it or not, it's really hard to make circles in a game that's made of cubes. So I tried making this like half bubble kind of thing. It didn't turn out so well. I mean, it looks okay in here, but outside it looks more of kind of like a weird cone. Yeah, it was kind of a fail, and I don't have Silk Touch yet because I'm trying to build up all the enchantment books that I want for that Silk Touch pickaxe. So, it's just gonna be the way it is for now. And I've got Mama and Papa here. Oh, Papa already went to bed. Typical. But Mama is my paper trade. Pretty awful paper trade, but with that sugarcane zero tick sugarcane farm, you know, it's not too bad. You just get a bunch of it. And this is my mending villager. And the reason I haven't breeded them yet is because you know, at the beginning of the world, Carson, as I was telling you earlier, the owner of this realm, did the cardinal sin and turned off entity griefing or mob griefing. So I couldn't breed them, and it took me the longest time to figure that out. I probably spent like an hour trying to breed them. They wouldn't pick up the bread, so I eventually figured it out once I saw a creeper explode and not break any blocks. So for now, I'm going to go to bed, and then I'll get to the rest of the stuff. Alright, now that it's a bright and shining morning, I can tell you a little bit more about my world. So basically, what we got here is Parrot. I befriended him in the jungle about 3,000 blocks away. What ended up happening was Creeper spawned in over there when my base wasn't lit up. My parrot was perched right there looking all pretty, and the Creeper snuck up behind me and obliterated my bird. I didn't even get a chance to name him. I only had him for a day. So, I mean, it's pretty bad, but I kept his remains in this chest here. His little feather for me to remind myself of him. I can't speak today. But yeah, this is the cone shape that I was telling you guys about earlier. It's pretty sad, I know. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. It's a work in progress. All right, so let's get on with my plans for the rest of the world. So I'm gonna travel a little bit this way, which is I can't read, which is south. That's where my main base is gonna be. So I'm just gonna go head over there, and I'll see you guys when I get there. So on my way here, I just wanted to stop and show you guys something, but there are so many sheep here, like it's ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a lot, and many other mobs too. I don't know what's going on here. It's the hot spot. This is the hub of mobs. That's for sure. So you guys, I went around searching for about maybe 20 minutes, and I couldn't really find it. I thought I had the exact spot where it was in my head, and I guess not. So so I'll have to find it. Maybe I'll just leave it a surprise. Maybe I'll make a future video out of it, because I know this video has been pretty boring, but it's just, you know, just to jump into it, just to start things. So I've got a lot of projects planned in my head, a lot of things that I want to execute in this world. So you know, with that one, I think our time is up. So see ya.